Hi, Dr. Troy Dukowitz, and I want to thank you for tuning in for this week's tip. If you've been tuning into my tips, you know that I've been talking about patient empowerment, and I'm going to continue that series this week with talking about tips of the week. Now, in a brief review, we know that when we're telling people things, they only comprehend and learn about 10% of what we're telling them. When we involve them in a conversation, it goes up anywhere from 70 to 90%. So if you're just giving your patients a tip of the week when they walk in the office, so you're just putting a tip up on a dry erase board and talking about it, but not engaging in conversation, they're not comprehending as much as you think. If you want them to comprehend more, ask them. Ask your patient what it means to them. Hey, Mary, did you read this week's tip? No. All right, well, let me ask you this. Here's a theme of what it's about. What does that mean to you? Here's the direction we're going with this week's tip. What does it mean to you? If they have read this week's tip, Mary, let me ask you a question. What does that mean to you? What did you take away? What was your takeaway from this week's tip? Now Mary is coming back to me. She's sharing with me what she learned in this tip. And if she didn't, I still have an opportunity to talk about it, but it directs our conversation towards, again, whatever that tip is, whatever that topic is of the week. So look, there's a lot of different ways to communicate with your patients, to empower your patients, and they don't want to be hit over the head every single visit with the 33 principles. They just don't. They do want to be inspired. They do want to be empowered, and that's something that we can do, and we can do it especially when we involve them in a conversation that has something to do with their health. It has something to do with their lives and what's important to them. So get engaged this week. If you use a tip of the week, get more engagement with your patients. And I've said it before and I'll say it again, this stuff doesn't have to take you 20 minutes. I remember Dr. Eric Plasker saying years ago, it should take you about 15 seconds to educate somebody. So this is the type of thing where you get in, you have the discussion, and you get out. So it doesn't have to fully encompass the whole entire day, the whole entire visit, or jeopardize your flow. Patient empowerment's where it's at. Get to work, and we'll see you next time.